Good morning, book friends. This is Kat, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, it is the start of a vlog, and it is my historical fiction reading vlog. This is hosted by a bunch of people, and I will try to link them all down below in the description box. But this is a month-long readathon. I'm going to try to do it within a vlog. I think I set this vlog for about 7 days. We will see though. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I love historical fiction. So there are 5 reading prompts that I will be fulfilling, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just show you the book that I'm going to start off with, and that is Every Hour Until Then by Gabriel Meyer. I have so wanted to get into this book, and so this book is going to be the first pick. This is Gabriel Meyer's 5th book in her Timeless series, and you follow these time-crossing women throughout the series. And so this one, you follow a woman named Catherine, and she has 2 separate lives. One is in 1938 and the other one is in 1888, and that's all I know about it. Plus she is I think there's a mention about Jack the Ripper in this book as well, so that's going to be interesting. I am looking forward to getting started with this book. But first, I'm about to head out to go volunteer at my church's financing office. I always volunteer every Monday to help count the finances with someone else, and then I go and pick up my grandmother afterwards, because it is Mondays we do spend time with my grandma. So today we were thinking about going to the park or the library. I'll take you along for the day. I will see you guys in another clip really soon. Good morning. It is Tuesday, and I did not come back in yesterday. Sorry about that. Yesterday was very chaotic in the sense of I had my nephews and cousin and her kids come over, and my grandmother was over, then one of my brothers ended up showing up, and it was just the little kids just playing and trying to keep them entertained. So it was just such a chaotic but fun day. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I was exhausted, and I just spent some time reading afterwards, and I just did not want to come back in and film. So this is the new day, so Tuesday, and I am in about that much into the book. So chapter 12, and yeah, so my thoughts about this book. And if you don't want to hear any thoughts about it, you can skip ahead. But I promise I won't say anything like spoilery in this book. But yeah, this book. So I don't know if it was just me having a off day, just being distracted and then tired afterwards, but it took some time to get into this book, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like I only had that had happened to me with one of Gabriel Meyer's other books, and that was the 2nd book, and I ended up giving that book like a 4.5 stars, which is not a bad rating. It's just not a 5-star rating, and I guess I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a little afraid that I am not in the right headspace for this book. So Catherine is the name of this main person, and she is living in 1888 as well as 1838. Wait, 1888 and 1938. And so Victorian era and World War II, or the onset of World War II. And she's a feisty character. I can see myself a little bit in Catherine in the way that how she deals with things, is she wants to control things, and the moment things don't go her way, she gets a little antsy, like she wants to run. And so she kind of plans her things out, plans out her life and what she wants and everything. And she's a lover of history. And so those are some of the things that I do connect with. And already we are getting a lot of information about Jack the Ripper. He's already murdered a couple of people in this book. Gabriel Meyer, she doesn't go into a lot of details where it's gruesome, but there is some talk about his victims in this book, just letting you know. And at one point I had to put the book down just because I mean, it is a sad topic. And so Catherine is kind of researching more into this. So it doesn't say on the back, so I'm probably not gonna say it. But there's another topic in here that I don't know much about, that I'm finding that it's interesting to learn that part of history. And so yeah, I'm just intrigued with the history that's behind it. I'm a history girly. So the love interest in here, I mean, I kind of saw that one coming. But it's also like, I know Gabriel Meyer is going to write these stories where you think you know what's going to happen, and then she completely like comes in from left field with something else. So I'm already making guesses what I feel like is going to happen. And I guess I don't know. We'll see if I am correct. But I am enjoying more of this book as it's going on. And yeah, so as far as today goes, I am actually going to work on my May wrap up, and I'm gonna post that today. And then I want to spend the rest of the time reading my book. But I'm actually going to go to the library and I'm going to read there. So I'm hoping to get some clips in here, about me reading in the library and everything. I am going to go off and I will see you guys shortly. Okay, so I just got to the library and I probably should have seen my library's hours of operation, but I'm here at like 9:09 and it opens at 10. So yeah, I think though it's not that hot outside, but maybe I'll just kind of sit in the car. But also they do have an outdoor area, so I don't know if maybe I'll just go out there and read. We'll see, but I'm gonna start it on the car. So I just thought that was really funny. All right, gonna go read now. So I just got back from the library and oh my goodness, guys, I did not see some things coming. And it was not the theory I had, but oh my gosh, again, another twist that she put, like Gabriel Meyer put in her books. So yeah, I had been just trying to finish and I'm so close. So I gotta get home though. It's about 12:30. So, I've been here maybe about 2 hours, I've been here about 3.5 hours. I feel, if I'm doing math correctly. So I need to get home because my husband will be home in about 30 minutes ish. And I know we're gonna eat lunch together. And yeah, so anyway, maybe I can finish this at home, but yeah, I'm so anxious to see what's gonna happen in these like last few chapters that I have. So okay, I'm gonna head home. Okay, so I am in the car right now. I'm about to head in, but I came with my husband. He had a meeting that he was going to, and so I decided to kind of come with him. And I'll go in shortly, but I wanted to film this segment instead of filming it in the waiting room. I finished the book, guys. Oh my goodness, not what I expected. My theory was incorrect. And what ended up happening was just so surprising. So I, it had the feels. I had such feelings at the end, and yeah, I think she did it again. I would highly recommend it if you enjoy her series. This one does not disappoint. And that's all I have to say about the book. And my next read that I'm going to do is I'm going to read Dear America, The Diary of Piper Davis. And this is The Fences Between Us. I'm going to go ahead and go indoors and read from, and then read in the lobby. And yeah. Okay, I will see you guys in a bit. Well, good morning, first off. I am at my mother's house. Currently, I have brought my nephew to play with my other nephew, kind of giving my sister a break. She is in her third trimester, so baby girl will be coming soon. So I just thought I would help her out. But I kind of went to another room to film real quick while my other sister is watching both nephews right now. You might hear them in the background, but they're fine. Okay, so I know that I did not update you guys in a bit. It is 11:30ish right now, and last time I checked in with you, I did complete my book every hour until then, and so and I picked up this book, and I'm only like a few pages in. But I'm not too worried. I feel like I can finish this today. But yeah, we have met Piper, and Piper's brother has already been enlisted into the United States Navy, and this is November of 1941. So it's pretty close to when Pearl Harbor will happen, which will be December 7th. And so Pearl Harbor has not happened yet, and he is stationed in Hawaii. And I don't know what's going to happen to him, but I know that he's going to be in the middle of that devastation. So we are getting Piper's thoughts right now. She is the youngest out of 3 kids, and her father is a single father. We don't know much about mom except that she had passed away when Piper was a baby. And so it's Piper growing up with her father, who is this minister to a Japanese Baptist church, and she is talking about the difference between her life on Sundays versus her life at school during this time, because there are people who are starting to have prejudices against the Japanese people because of this war. So yeah, anyways, I am enjoying what I'm reading so far, and yeah, that's what I have as an update now. The rest of this day is I'm probably going to stay for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, because I will need to get home so that way we can have lunch. My husband will be home around 1, and so we'll have lunch, and then we have to do some grocery shopping and gotta finish the laundry. So there's gonna be a lot of little things that I need to catch up on, as well as I am doing a puzzle. I think I put that on in the camera reel that you see, but yes, the puzzle is also calling to me right now. A little fun known fact about me is I do enjoy puzzles a lot. I think you've kind of seen that if you've kept up with my vlogs, but I do show that I am a puzzle person. I think that's the most soothing thing, although I can be so obsessive over it a little bit, but it just soothes me in the morning with a good cup of coffee. And so I haven't started a puzzle in a long while because I know that I will just hyper focus on it for a little bit. But I'm usually a morning puzzle person or right before bed puzzle person. That's when I like gravitate towards it. Anyways, today is also choir night, and so my husband and I will be going there. The goal is to finish this book, and I hope to pick up another one this evening. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys in another clip. Good morning. It is I don't even know what day it is. Sorry, it is Thursday though. It's the next day. But it's Thursday and I have completed Dear America, The Fence is Between Us. And this took a little longer just because I will insert the picture there if I remember, but I have been obsessing over the puzzle I've been doing. So I finally finished it, and that was just fun to do. I really do enjoy puzzles, and when I start one, I tend to want to finish it. And yeah, over reading sometimes. But if I have an audiobook, I would listen to an audiobook. So I did finish this morning. It is currently like 10:40, and I really enjoyed this book. This book I did not realize was based off of a true person for some reason. And maybe all Dear America books are based off of a true person. I haven't read one in a while though, but I really did enjoy this. You follow this girl Piper, and she's like in the 7th grade, transitioning into the 8th grade as the war is going on. And she lives in Seattle, Washington, and she talks about how life was kind of during the war, but before the start of Pearl Harbor, and with her brother enlisting and everything, and then after Pearl Harbor, and then starting to see the changes within America's views towards Japanese people. And there are some sad moments in this book, but I really enjoyed seeing it through her eyes as a teenager, because, you know, you get a bit of that teenage vibe, I guess, in middle school, and it just kind of shows you like how she's handling and processing these things, as well as processing some of the things teenagers process. So I enjoyed, reading it through her eyes. This was such a great read. I would highly recommend it. And yeah, it just was really good, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the author's note at the end, where the author goes more into detail about what was happening during this time. And there are some photos where it does show some things that were happening around America during the time. And yeah, there's not much I could say about this book except that it was really good, and I liked seeing Piper growing too, as this young woman who is seeing this change and everything. Heartbreaking moments in here, but still really good moments, so I liked it. Okay, so I have 2 more books that I am hoping to get into for this vlog. One is The Zookeeper's Wife, and the other one is The Great Destroyers. And if I'm keeping a little bit on with the trend, The Zookeeper's Wife is a World War II book, which Dear America was well as the what's it called, as well as Every Hour Until Then. So this one is also a true story, but I'm not gonna lie, I have been interested in this book for a while, and this one's actually about the Cold War. So I'm torn between. I think I'm gonna try a chapter and then kind of see what I'm getting more pulled into. I will be back in a moment. Okay, interesting so far. You kind of jump in with Josephine, and she is running late to an illegal match of where she's battling with like these giant machinery. But yeah, so far, I mean, it is interesting. It gives you a little bit of the history, starting like in World War One and Two, and basically about the machinery they use. So it's interesting. Not what I thought at first, but that's okay. I am curious about it, but let's go ahead and see what I think about this one. And this one might take a little longer to read, honestly, just because the font is smaller. So I'm going to skip the author's note for right now and just head into chapter 1. But it looks like chapter 1 is it's about that much. So, yeah, let's try it out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get to the end of the chapter, but this does have smaller writing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you my initial thoughts because I do have a place to go. This book is definitely reading a little bit more textbooky to me in terms of like it's in third person and it's describing, you know, the lives of, well, it's describing the zookeeper's wife and the zookeeper himself, how they met, and kind of like their daily routine, at least to the point to where I kind of stopped. So it's pretty early on. So, yeah. So I have to think about the choice between if I want to read from first person. This is a YA book. I think I forgot if I mentioned that. Alternate history, or if I'm going to continue in this one. This one's probably going to take me a little longer to read, and I do want to read this book, but because this is Thursday and I am going to have this video up next week, I feel like this is the best one to go. If I get to this book, great, but if I don't, that's okay. I still plan on reading this book later on in the month, and I could fit this in another vlog if I need to. I will talk to you guys later when I have more to say about this book. So cute. Okay, so hello, good afternoon. It is Friday, June 6th, and now I'm just coming into you talking about this book. I'm only at chapter 5 right now. Yeah, just currently right now, my kitchen is kind of under construction. We are putting in new floors today. And I actually had a lot of driving to do because of just different errands here and there, and then getting the kitchen ready for the flooring to be put in. My brother's doing it. That's part of his job, like his work job. Like he does a lot of like house maintenance-y stuff. So, needless to say, I didn't get really a lot of reading done, and I would say chapters are pretty long in this book. But let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about my thoughts. So Jo, our main character Jo, she is half Chinese, half white, and she favors a lot of that side of the family, white side, I guess, of the family. And with that being said, she is trying to not give her heritage away. In addition to that, she is a female, and there is a lot of talk about her being considered inadequate because of her being a female. And so that's what the first 5 chapters are talking about. Now I'm at to the point to where she is going to be on Team USA to represent them in the PAX Games, which is kind of like the Olympics, and they go against Russia, who has won like every single game since 51, I think. But yeah, that's where we're at, and I'm not a big fan of this book right now. First off, the whole thing about mecha fighting, not really my taste, I guess. Okay, sorry about that. I had to cut off real quick. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, the book's just not what I thought it was going to be, or at least it's not as interesting as I was hoping for it to be. I was hoping to get just more about the games. Just thought it was going to be a little bit more of her going into the games and getting to talk about the arena, and just, I don't know, I guess I was thinking more almost Hunger Game-ish. No, it's just her just making lots of comments about how she's a female and how she is perceived right now with a lot of these men. You know, it's like, okay, I get it, but I guess there's just every single comment where she can't do something, it's because either she's half Chinese, and I guess it wasn't a direction that I thought the book was gonna go. It's just a lot of talk about that, and I kind of want more action. That's all I have to say about it so far, and I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna still continue it. She's on her way to train for the games, so yeah. All right, I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, good morning. It is Saturday, June the 7th, and I am exhausted. I had a very restless night last night, and I got up early, and so today hopefully we'll get some of the tile laying and everything. But yeah, I'm excited. I saw the tile, and I actually forgot what tile we picked beforehand, and so but I remember picking it because we had this selected like in March, and it just took us this long to actually purchase it and all that. So anyways, I really like how it looks, and if I do have some pictures to show you, at least some of the progress, I can put them right here. But that's gonna get done today, so we're gonna do that. And yeah, so anyways, I wanted to come in and talk about this book a little bit more. And so I did read chapter 8, which is also page 100. I'm actually going to DNF this book. That is just because it's not a book that I am personally enjoying, and really I thought it was going to be a book between like the United States and the Soviet Union, and really kind of deep diving into those Cold War elements. Jo is just a character where I'm a little annoyed with her, because I mean, I know she's trying to prove something because of what she's been dealing with growing up, but she is kind of rude to people. And so, yeah. So it's not something that I'm quite enjoying, and I'm just not going to finish it. But yeah, those are my raw thoughts about it. It's a bummer that I had to end this on a DNF, but let's just do a quick recap. So there we have it. We have Every Hour Until Then by Gabriel Meyer. So this was for the prompt, read a work of historical fiction about the arts, theater, film, painting, architecture, music. And so that one covered that prompt. It also covers the prompt, read a work of historical fiction with a dual timeline. So I have that. The next one I read was Dear America, The Fences Between Us, and that one works for the prompt, read a book of historical fiction about a specific event, and so this does deal with Pearl Harbor. Also, this could count for the other prompt, read a book of read a work of historical fiction about a real remarkable person. And so Piper Davis is actually a real person. I'll count it for that. And then this one says, this one I did DNF, which is the Great Destroyers, but the prompt that I had for that one was read a work of alternate historical fiction. I feel like I didn't write that one down correctly, but that one I can actually count every hour until then because of what happens in one timeline. I don't want to give that part away, but I think that that could work for it. So yeah, so overall not bad. 2 books, DNF'd one. Again, I am sorry that there was not a lot of b-roll and we kind of ended on the note that we did, but I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and for my next vlog I'm hoping to have a lot more b-roll for you guys. But thanks for sticking around, and I hope to catch you in a different video. Bye guys.